So here's the deal, folks. It's getting closer and closer to wintertime and bourbon release season. And when we started this channel, 4 years ago, there was a bottle that I was set to get. I finally got it. Chuck got a bottle. I think even Brian got a bottle. And then they like doubled the price. And so we
Midwinter Night Dram.
haven't, there we go, Midwinter Night Drum. And since then, we've stayed away. But tonight, I think I found the substitute for $80 that you should be able to find on your shelf. And that is Old Scout port finished. So
Mm.
this comes in at $80. I've seen it at my Total Wine for the last 4 months, just sitting there, people passing it over, not buying it. I've tried it, as you can obviously see, and I thought it was just as good, if not better, than Midwinter Night Drum. So I had to send it to the true test here with Chuck to see what he thinks. So this is batch number 14. It is 103 proof. Uh, and yeah, we
This
will
is their
see.
stuff or distilled in Indiana?
Distilled in Indiana. So basically the same thing. Like it should follow all those things. And so if you don't know about Smooth Ambler Old Scout, they are in West Virginia. They were one of the first guys to kind of get distillate from MGP, finish it, put it under their own label, all that fun stuff. Got into huge questionable stuff when they slowly like switched over to their stuff, didn't because they ran out of stock. They didn't see the bourbon boom, and now they've gone back to MGP stuff and people have kind of been buying it again. So all I know is this is MGP finished in port under their label, which is Midwinter Night Drum at now almost half the price.
Not a fancy Shakespearean label, but
I know, but it's got a purple top.
ooh, purple top.
Yep.
Oh, you finally got a purple top.
I did. Not that Willet stuff. I don't like it, but that's just me.
I mean, I think it's pretty good if you can find it and
Not,
not pay $800 for it.
yeah. Well, even at the distillery, it's like that much now. So,
We paid, sorry, we're digressing here, but $60 for a 1 ounce pour or something, I think.
yeah, the one time we went there, and it was
The
good.
restaurant was
Not,
good. The food was good.
yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Food was
food is
great.
amazing. If you ever get a chance, go visit them, get some food, maybe spend more money on a pour of 1 ounce of bourbon than you've ever spent in your life, unless you've bought a 1 ounce pour of Pappy. So, cheers.
Back to man, this nose is just super sweet. This is like bruleed sugar
Yes.
with just like a hint of like wintergreen. It's like honestly, so often if we make creme brulee, you garnish with some mint leaves and some fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is like you are. It's like that first bite of breaking the top of the creme brulee sugar with that mint garnish.
Yeah, absolutely. And then maybe a like hint of oak back there.
Yeah, definitely. There's either hint of oak or toasted grain.
Yeah, but a delightful nose. Very, very nice.
Yeah. Wow. That's I think it strips away everything I don't like about rye,
Yeah.
and it just leaves you with this like, wow, that is dessert in a
Yeah.
glass.
I
That is
forgot. Yeah, this
sweet.
this is a rye. I completely.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, exactly like
especially
Midwinter Night Drum.
95.5 rye. That can be
Yeah.
so overpowering. Um, yeah, I mean, if you like rye, yeah, just it'll punch you in the face. But for those of us that like barely legal rye at 51%,
Hmm.
um, this kind of takes away some of those. You're not getting dill pickle here. You're getting a little herbal. Like I mean, you can tell and again, some of that mintiness, spearmint.
Yeah.
I love the sweetness. That is just like it powers through. It's like a very long palate. Like that sweetness just lasts. Sometimes you get like a punch of honey or sugar or caramel, and then then it transitions quickly. Like this one's like sugar.
Hmm. And then, yeah, so, and it's so viscous and oily, it completely coats your mouth. So you get all of that. And then the palate, like you said, just lasts forever. But then the finish lasts a long time too, with the oak and the spices. And, you know, it just comes back and back and back. I mean, and of
Yeah.
course, yes, the spearmint is from start to finish.
Spearmint, but also like you get a little bit of that lemon herbalness, maybe a little bit of cardamom in the finish. Um, so it's almost like it, initially I was calling it a brulee, like a creme brulee with some mint. I think the finish is almost, you still get that sweetness, you're still getting the sugar, but it's almost like a brulee lemon, with that, maybe with a little bit of mint, but you get some of that citrus as it leaves that palate, that long palate into your finish then. And then
Yeah.
still some of that oak as you were referencing. What's the proof again on this?
It is 103.
Yeah. Very, very approachable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I very much enjoy it. I mean, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to buy a Midwinter Night Dram anytime soon. I'm going to just buy this thing right here. I know Chuck's probably like, I know where Midwinter Night Dram is. I'm going to try it next to it. But at 150, maybe 160 is what they're at now. At $80, this thing is great. Hits all the notes that I love from a Midwinter Night Dram perspective. And it's a lot easier to find, at least right now. So, and you get bonus content where Chuck is going to do which one?
this is Act 9. You remember what year that
Okay.
was?
No.
I have I have two of them. I might have left this might be the one we didn't like. I think I left my good one actually on the top shelf. I mean, the nose isn't even close. Like the nose on the Old Scout is way better. And this is actually, I think this was the act then, if I'm right, that kind of we spent. Actually, this was before they jacked the price, so this might have been
2022.
120. And then the next year when they
Yes.
called me, it was like 180. I was like, no thanks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But those, no comparison.
Mm-hmm. That's from 2022. So,
Definitely like a syrupy mouthfeel. I mean, it's kind of
mm-hmm.
like similar texture, flavor. Yeah, no, I think the flavor and complexity, no question.
Nice.
Old Scout, and you said for $80.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've been tempted. I like they said, I hadn't seen them. Maybe it's more of a winter release, summer into winter and winter release because I hadn't seen them for a while. I had heard people talk about like, hey, if you can find this, it's a perfect substitute for Midwinter Night Drum. Finally saw one, pick it up. But now it's like every time I go into Total Wine, they're sitting there. Nobody's buying them. I'm like, oh, you're missing out.
yeah, no question. If you're searching for this, I'd buy that.
Mhm.
It is a prettier bottle, I must admit, but outside of that,
Yeah. So yeah, maybe that if you've had a previous Midwinter Night Drum, keep the bottle, pour this in the bottle, put it on the
pour it
back,
in.
smooth ambler, and you've got a prettier bottle uh with better stuff in it now.
I'm always appreciative of, um, who knows? This bottle probably costs another $20 or something. So they're like, hey, we'll just stick with this bottle and not charge you more. So it'll be a great value. Sometimes when I get like shipments, like today, I got a shipment of coffee and it's
Hmm.
like really nice coffee, but I'm like, hey, if you shipped it in a cheaper box, like you could have probably
Yeah.
saved me $10.
Yeah. And I'd buy more of it then. Just saying.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So
So I appreciate that. So keep it up, Smooth
yeah.
Ambler.
Yeah. Again, yeah. Coming up in the winter, I think Rise finished in port is a perfect season for that. So yeah, if you see this and like we said, you've been wanting that Midwinter Night Drum or anything like that, try this. I think you will be just as excited. And like I said, I personally think it's better. So
I'm sorry Brian wasn't here for this, but
he's got a sample. If he ever watches it, he'll know. Brian, it's sample
it's,
7. There you
we're going to
go.
leave this little nugget here. Brian, if you ever watch this, text us.
Yeah. Or put a comment below and let us know you saw the video and you're trying
Brian,
sample
I'll
7.
send you a sample of my Thomas Handy if you ever watch this and you text me.
All right, with that, cheers, and we'll see you next time.
Stay neat.